YouTube? D4G here, banging out another video. Hey, today you know what it is, man. On Monday we go over the weekly rotation of the fragrances that we wore last week. We wore a lot of Middle Easterns this week, so y'all know what it is, man. Grab you a seat, get you some popcorn, and let's get it. Like I said, weekly rotation, but before we do that, gotta give a shout out to all my new subscribers out there. If you're new, welcome. Over here on this side of YouTube, we like to make sure that you looking good, smelling good, and feeling good through the art of fragrances. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell notification so that you can be updated anytime we drop this content. And to all my OG subscribers out there, my A1 since day one. Salute, fam. Hope everything is good with you. Starting the week off, we decided to go with our gym fragrance, or the fragrance that we wore to the gym. And we decided to wear what I think is an absolute great Phantom by Paco Rabanne clone. We went with Iconic by whoever. Fam, I don't know who made this, man. I found it at the rack store. It's the unboxed cheapie. It was like 14 bucks. Smells just like Phantom. Lavender, lemon zest, smoke, and some earthy notes. Like I said, fam, this is exactly like Phantom. From the opening, you get that bright, smoky opening. It's very bright with that lemon zest up top, and then the lavender adds a little bit of a creaminess. But then as it makes its way through the dry down, that's when you got a lot of that earthy notes, a little bit of patchouli. Very nice fragrance and very similar to Phantom by Paco Rabanne. That's the fragrance that you're looking into. Check out Iconic if you see this at the rack stores. You can smell it, this open box. Now on Tuesday, we went with one of our newer pickups from the house of Lattafa, and we decided to go with Ana Abadaya. But I don't know if that's the right name, but it means I am white, basically. Orange, pear, vanilla, and some musk. There is some bergamot in here too, but when it opens up, you get a lot of the fruits, as well as a little bit of that orange. Now you do get a little bit of bergamot too, but it's mostly orange that you're gonna pick up. Followed by a nice vanilla and a little bit of musk. It does have an amber feel as it makes its way to the dry down, but it's more so fruity if anything. If you smelled Amber Oud Gold Edition, this is an exact same fragrance as Amber Oud Gold Edition. They're both cloning Herba Pure by Jerzoff, and to me, both of these match up. Like, they're both so similar. I do have a versus battle coming for this fragrance, so if you want to get a nice Herba Pure fragrance from Jerzoff, a clone, a replica, I will be having a fragrance battle from Amber Oud Gold Edition and Ana Abadaya coming up soon. So be on the lookout for that if that's something that you're interested in. Very nice fragrance, very unisex fragrance. When I wore this to work, I had two of my co-workers spray this on. We're gonna talk about that later because I actually got a funny story. But on Tuesday, we decided to go with Ana Abadaya. I'm gonna learn how to pronounce that name sooner or later. Now on Wednesday, we backdoored them again with another one of our fruity classical fragrances. Now this one I don't see talked about a lot, and I can understand how it's not most popular with men because this is another fragrance that's very unisex. Can lean either way. We're talking about Royal Blends from Lattafa. Fruits, spices, nutmeg, and some woodsy notes. This fragrance comes off extremely fruity up top, but it does have a nice mixture with the spices from those spices and nutmeg, so it plays a part. It's spicy, but it's still fruity. A nice 50-50 mix in the opening. And then once it makes its way to the dry down, that's when you get a lot of those woodsy notes that comes out. But it's still extremely fruity up top, and some of that fruity feature still lingers around as it's in the dry down. I would say that this is definitely more of a unisex fragrance than it is strictly for men, but it's not overly feminine. Just keep that in mind. Another banger that I do like to enjoy from the house of Lattafa, we're talking about Lattafa Royal Blends. Now the next fragrance, y'all know Thursday, best day of the week, man. So we was feeling good. It was hella cold this day. It started to get colder towards the back end of the week. So on Thursday, we decided to go with Harris Parfums Bourbon Street. Spices, bourbon, tonka bean, cedar, and vanilla. All I'm gonna say is this, fam. Bourbon, cedar, and vanilla. This bitch is extremely sweet in that vanilla as it's making its way through the dry down, but it's not overly sweet in that vanilla. It doesn't have like a rock bar wood intense sweetness. It's just a little bit sweet, mixed with a lot of that cedar and bourbon as it makes its way to the dry down. The bourbon, now you're gonna get the bourbon off rip. That bourbon is a great factor that plays in this fragrance. And you're gonna get a lot of that in the opening. But as the transition happens, you got that nice vanilla that comes out. Like I said, it has a little bit of a woodsy feature. Great fragrance for date night, great fragrance for nighttime in general. Very seductive. If you do want to pick this up, you can cop it on hasparfums.com. You can use code D4G15 and you'll be able to get 15% off. I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all don't have this one in y'all collection, I got a few samples that I sent out to some people. Yeah, bro, this bitch is a banger, man. Bourbon, vanilla, just a very nice, seductive fragrance that performs as well. I get a pretty good performance with this. On Thursday, we decided to go with Bourbon Street from Harris Parfums. Now on Friday was another good day. We went into the office, took care of some things. It was a very, very nice day, so we just want to do something a little bit different. We decided to go with the fragrance from the house of Dossier, and we decided to go with Forge Pink Pepper. This is their version of Gucci Guilty. Pink pepper, lavender, geranium, and some cedar wood. Bam, this bitch here is nice. I used to wear Dossier fragrances a lot back then, and since I started collecting with the Middle Easterns, I did die down from it a little bit. But I'm telling you, every once in a while I still reach for this one. I have like 3 of their clones. Very nice representation of Gucci Guilty. I would like to say that it's very close to it, where not everyday noses will be able to tell the difference between the two, but it doesn't perform the best. It's hard for me to get more than 5 hours from a Dossier fragrance, which I'm not really complaining about, but just gotta let y'all know they don't perform the best from the 3 that I've gotten. But still a very nice representation of Gucci Guilty. I do like this one, and there are a few more from that line that I do want to pick up and give a sample for, and we're gonna see how that comes off for y'all. But on Friday, going into the weekend, we decided to go with Forge Pink Pepper or Gucci Guilty. Now on Saturday, man, hey, we had to pull out a good one. I haven't worn this one too much this season, but this is still a banger. Don't get it twisted. Don't sleep on this. On Saturday, we decided to go with Badalud Amethyst. It's supposed to be a clone of Initio's Atomic Rose, and this is very nice. Pink pepper, rose, and oud. Now in this fragrance, there are 2 types of roses that you get. I think it's like a Turkish rose and some other rose. So this is extremely rose dominant fragrance. But this is a huge mass appeal style fragrance. Very, very great in the performance department, meaning the longevity and the sillage in this are both on that borderline of beast mode. And the overall smell is nice. The main things that I do get is just rose and oud. I really don't pick up too much. The rose isn't dominant. The oud is more so dominant than the rose. But the rose is a nice factor. It gives it a nice soft touch. I can tell you right now, this fragrance is not for everybody. If you're not a big fan of rose, I would say avoid this one. And the fact that it has oud and rose in the opening in the fragrance, I can see it being a challenge for most people to wear. So just be aware of that. Try to find some videos on it. But if you can rock with it, this bitch is nice. Great for those nighttime situations. You can even wear this during the day. Great for those situations with date nights, trying to make a great first impression with a lady. Bruh, very nice and elegant fragrance. Badalud Amethyst. And then on Sunday, to end the week, like I said, man, we was wearing a lot of Lattafas this week. And the Middle Eastern train kept going. On Sunday, we decided to go with Amber Oud Gold Edition. We was wearing a lot of fruity fragrances this week, fam. Green notes, melon, pineapple, musk, and woodsy notes. Like I said, fam, a lot of fruity fragrances this week. But I was enjoying myself the whole time with it. This fragrance is another one that's just like Ana Abiata. I'm not gonna compare too much of them right now. I'm gonna save that for the video. But I will say this, these 2 are very similar in smell. These 2 are very similar in performance. And Ana Abiata is cheaper. If y'all know, y'all know. But like I said, I got a versus video coming a little bit later, so I don't want to talk about this too much. So on Sunday, we decided to go with Amber Oud Gold Edition. But that's gonna be the video right there. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think. What were some of the fragrances that y'all wore throughout the week? What heat did y'all drop? Let us know down in the comment section and let's have a conversation about it. But with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it, fam. D4G, truly blessed, destined for greatness. We out.